So what is up, guys? It's JuderzGaming here, back in another video. Just to let you guys know, I have new track lights for my reaction videos, so that way I don't have to use a stupid lamp in order to make reaction videos, and I can use these track lights here behind me. You see? So I hope you guys like this video, and let's get to it, and let's get our subscriptions up, and I hope you guys like it. So we're making a reaction video today, so I hope you guys like it. So the reaction video is going to be let me show you guys first. Where is it at? All right, I'm trying to look for it. It's a scary reaction video, so that way, so that way you guys can know. It's by B Busta, and they have made a new video, and it's I'm looking for it now. Oh, a second. It's actually more scarier than Mr. Nightmare. I'm not doing clowns. You already know that's gonna go wrong. Camping. Oh no. Matter of fact, I'm going to Mr. Nightmare real quick just to see. I know it's going to be a scary reaction video, so I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys also like my camera quality. Just to let you guys know. There you go, Mr. Nightmare. What is it? Let's do 3 vacation horror stories by Mr. Nightmare. Obviously, you know, to protect yourself and stuff like that, so when you go places. So I hope you guys like this video, and let's get to it. Because this is getting really interesting to me. So I hope you guys like this. Let's get this stupid ad. All stories are true. That's what it said. Thank you to Chad, Marcella, Persuna, Toma, Tony for sharing your story. Excuse me.
My name is Aiden. I live in rural Vermont with my parents and 2 brothers. One weekend, when my parents were gone, my grandma had us take a little trip over to her house for the...
I can already tell what's going to happen by looking at this picture. Like, you can already tell. Like, the environment, how it's going to be like a lot of creepers out there. Because, number one, this is where creepers be. Creepers don't be in a freaking urban city trying to creep on you. You get clocked. I'm just saying, though. But by looking at this picture, you can already tell there's creepers out there. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of creepers out there, especially in these areas. Like, look at this. Look at that. That creepy old barn. And woods behind it, and a house right there, and what's it called? A road with no street lights on it. Like, you can already tell something creepy's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You can already tell, because you was in some urban city, you know, you ain't gonna creep up on someone. You know, they gonna clock you, they be like, what you want? Bam! Even clowns been getting jumped in urban cities like Chicago, Philly, New York, Baltimore, Boston, Miami, Charlotte, Los Angeles, San Francisco. But anyway, to get to the point, because I can name a lot of urban cities in America, but people don't creep on people in urban cities. They do it more in country, because that's just weird, because of less people. That's why.
Weekend. She has money, so she lives on a nice big private property, and she has things for us to do there. It was the closest thing to a vacation that we'd get all summer. I'm the oldest, and I was 15 at the time, so I guess my parents still didn't fully trust us to be left home alone at that time. Me and my younger brother were playing basketball out front until the sun was just starting to set. After that, we went inside and ate dinner.
Okay.
My grandma later called me down from my room because we left the door to the Morton building open. That confused me because we didn't even go into the Morton building. I went downstairs to the dining room window where I could see that the door was in fact open. It was dark out there now, but the light above the door was on and made it easy to see the opening. I called up to my two brothers, who both claimed they didn't open it. I expressed concern to my grandma,
Better get
suggesting
the
maybe somebody
shotgun.
had broken in. She overreacted, as she does with everything. I went to the front door and looked out the glass up top, and literally screamed, "Holy shit." My grandma yelled, "What's wrong?" and started freaking out. I told her I saw a man just standing at the bottom step of the front porch. She came over to look for herself, and then started yelling to call the cops.
Oh man, goddamn.
I told her I'm gonna go outside and confront him, but she literally would not let me. She would cry and beg me not to open the door, and even tugged at my arm each time I tried to grab the doorknob. I finally agreed to call the cops instead and waited out. My grandma got on the phone, almost crying to the operator, kind of overreacting by stating that somebody is gonna break into our house. I sat in the dining room looking out the window, watching the man. My grandma wouldn't allow my two younger brothers to even come downstairs. The blackness of the man's figure standing out there was the only thing darker than the surrounding ambience. Finally, the man turned and walked past the window I was sitting by, seemingly circling to the back of the house. We tried to follow through the house, watching him through every window possible, until we lost him completely. We were in the den of the house, looking through the back window, but he was nowhere in sight. We had nothing to tell the police when they arrived, other than someone was standing at our front porch. They apparently had been in our Morton building, and they walked around back near the trees and disappeared. Nothing unusual was found in the Morton building, and they couldn't find the man anywhere on the property. They told us to call them back if we see them again, because realistically, there was nothing they could do. My grandma insisted we stay upstairs, and she would
Hey,
sleep
that's
down
a
there
nice
for the
Xbox
night.
setup. Ooh.
Me and my brothers were playing on the GameCube that we brought along upstairs at around 10 o'clock, when we heard my
Okay.
grandmother's heart-chilling scream coming from downstairs.
Dang.
We all panicked and sprinted all the way down to the den, where we saw our grandma pointing into the pitch-black office. She said there was someone in there. I closed the
You
door and
creep.
told my brothers to help me lean up against it while Grandma once again called the cops. The cops arrived, and to our surprise, found the man laying on our grandma's office couch. He was very open about his intentions, spending the night in the warmth of the house. There were 2 windows that you couldn't exit from in that office, meaning the door we were blocking was the only exit. He admitted he simply entered the house through the den window, which was not locked. My grandma is 92 now. She's always been a skittish, worrisome little thing, but this event only made her that much more paranoid with just about everything. I was vacationing in the Bahamas when I was 14 with some family friends. My friend and I were getting some henna tattoos at the hotel, and there was this guy lingering around us. But we didn't think much of it because a lot of people would stop to see what was going on. After mine was done, I told my friend and her mom I was going to go back to the room to get ready for dinner. There were 2 ways to the other side of the hotel, either inside through a bunch of small stores or outside along the pool. I walked through the inside and got to the elevator, where I saw the guy who had been watching us already at the elevator. We got on together, and he gestured for me to choose my floor button first. I clicked it, but he didn't choose another floor. Alarms start going off in my head. But what could I do? I was stuck in an elevator.
Hold up. The fact that it's just weird. I'm thinking of something. The fact that he had to get close to that girl on that elevator when you go on the elevator with a completely stranger and they like tell you to pick a floor but they don't. It's just weird. Like, you got negative intentions. That's why you always protect yourself. So that's just crazy.
The elevator stopped on my floor, and I started walking to my room. In this hotel, most of the rooms faced the ocean, so to the right in this hallway were just windows. I was in the very last room on that floor, and I could see the guy following me about 10 feet behind. About 2 doors from my room, he ran up and grabbed me. I kicked and screamed, and he dropped onto the floor. I ran to the room and locked myself in. After talking with security and giving a description, they found the guy and found out that he had actually been following multiple younger women in the building. It was a few weeks ago. I took a trip with my wife Allison to a top of the mountains resort a few hours from our house. Out of respect for the family-run resort, I won't be mentioning the name. It was a couples weekend, so the itinerary would be heavily catered to adults rather than its usual family orientation. The resort had a very old-fashioned, country-ish feel to it. Everything was built from wood. Our room was huge. It was actually 2 rooms combined to 1, with the door that usually separates the 2 having been left open. The first night was actually a singles mingle night in the basement club just below the dining hall, even though it was meant to be a couples weekend. So we just played some late night shuffleboarding, conversed with a few other young couples, and drank at the bar for a bit while listening to an amateur musician playing guitar up on the stage. When we got back to our room at around 12:30, there was a rather disgusting smell. A new smell that wasn't there earlier. It smelled kind of skunky. Allison kind of playfully smacked my chest and accused me of smoking pot. However, I assured her I haven't even done so since I was in college. Allison went to the front desk in the main building and requested a different room. They denied the request as most of the rooms were booked, but they did send someone up to our room who agreed it smelled funky in there. The smell was mostly coming from the attached extra room that we weren't sleeping in. He offered us a partial discount to our bill for the inconvenience and sprayed some Febreze from the closet around the room. We took his suggestion to keep the door separating the 2 rooms closed, as a skunk might have gotten into the other room.
I can see that.
We went to sleep shortly after, or at least tried to, as a few minutes after turning out the lights, me and Allison both heard a consistent thud-like sound every few seconds coming from the left of the bed in an adjacent room. We tried to ignore it and just wait it out, hoping it would stop, but it just...
No, don't try to ignore it. If you hear something like fishy, like, be on high alert or something like that, but don't try to wait it out. Like, come on, you're already messing up there. Like, come on, man.
This became too annoying. I was sure it was some kind of rodent making the noise in the next room over. I took a broom as a weapon and went into the connected room. I checked in the closet and under the bed. Nothing. The sound had stopped as well. I was heading back to our main room when I noticed something in the corner. I didn't turn my head fully in fear of what I knew I was going to see. But through my peripheral vision, I saw a very tall, black figure-type object in the corner of the room.
Time to get that shotgun again. Move.
After locking the door connecting the 2 rooms, we once again phoned the front desk, and they immediately sent the owner of the resort up with a gun.
Smart.
The door to the hallway on the other side of the room was open, meaning the thing I saw in the corner was a person, and they made a break for it as soon as I left the room.
Dang it. That sneaky person.
The owner actually told us that we were smart to call, as there had actually been some creeps coming to the resort, stealing food from the cafeteria, and sneaking into people's rooms at night.
That's so weird. See, that is why you gotta be careful, guys. That's why you gotta, like, protect yourselves. Because there's a lot of weirdos out there that will do, like, weird stuff and messed up stuff. And it's like, come on now. The choices these people are making and, you know, whatever. This story, it's like, they making dumb choices. If you're sleeping in a room, you hear thuds. You want to wonder what it is, right? Don't try to, like, ignore it because it might get worse. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But if you hear, like, something fishy or, like, what I mean by that is something that's going on, be on high alert at least. Like, please at least be on high alert. For real, be on high alert. So, this is the end of the reaction video. I just wanted to make a reaction video because I'm starting back making more reaction videos. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like my lighting quality. Hold up, let me see something. There you go. So that's more light for me. These are track lights behind me, by the way. So that'll give me more light in the room. So if I'm reading like a magazine or like on my phone or something like that, then I can be able to see more because of the track light. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like my quality, my lighting. My reaction videos are more coming up. If you guys want me to react to something different, please let me know down in the comment below. It's important for me to know. Also, hope you guys like y'all week of school, and please let me know what kind of gameplays you want me to make, reactions, and plus vlogs too, because a lot of vlogs are coming up. But this weekend, I won't be making a lot of videos as usual because I'll be busy and stuff like that. So I hope you guys you know, stay tuned to my videos and subscribe. And if you're new on my channel, if you haven't seen my face on your screen, what I meant to say is, if you've seen my face on your screen for the first time, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and all my videos thumbs up and share. Blah. So just to let you guys know. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys, and peace out.